choosing to not be stranded anymore and no longer aligning with that messaging, because y'all, your girl is not stranded anymore and neither are you. This is simply a choice. This is when you decide. I could not see the light at the end of the tunnel. I could not see the end when I was in some of my darkest moments, when he was shedding me, when he was forcing me or requiring of me to shed the version of myself that could not go where I was going. Hard lesson of no matter how much momentum I had in my business, no matter how successful I was, the fact that I was able to hit the numbers that I thought were the milestones, the markers of success for me, I was numb. Like a 5-year-old child, I'm kicking the glass, I'm punching the glass, and I literally picture me on the other side of the glass, like flicking the glass, like I'm flicking the people off on the other side of the glass. And she's like, are you talking to her? And I'm like, I can't, I'm losing my shit. And she's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, me, the version of me that's there that night is losing my shit.
And then you only remember parts of the story a lot of the times that support your truth. You're not going to remember other parts of the story. So sometimes people will remember bits and pieces of the story that actually contradict, like somebody actually coming in and trying to soothe them or something like that, after their brain has already kind of told them that, you know, after like the devastation or the occurs and they develop a belief about themselves, it kind of stays frozen in time.
You didn't give me this for 13 plus years for this to not be the foundation of what you wanted me to create.
So I'm going to do it for you because I have a greater plan for you. 3 to 4 weeks later, pandemic hit. And this is why I talk about when God set you up for success. My school is virtual now. He said, now you were trying to make local impact. So now I was trying to set you up for global impact.
Do I stay or do I go? Like, I'm about to move to the most expensive city in the US with nowhere to stay and now no job. They're like, so are you gonna stay? And I was like, no. Like, I had always wanted to go. So like, why would I stop now? Like, I'll figure it out. And then that's led me to like the career I had, which then led me to my passion. So it's like, had I not gone to San Francisco, none of this would be happening.
When we connected, you're genuine. I've seen what you've been doing. Whenever we catch up, you kind of just update me on what you have going on. And I've just been a fan of your work and what you have going on.
you.
It's been awesome to see.
Yeah.
I love when people say stay in your lane. I created this lane. Oh, come on, I created this lane. What do you mean stay in your lane? I created this lane. Of course I'm in my lane.
How do you manage business and children and marriage?
If you don't have any kids, I'm talking to this side right here. If you don't have any kids and you are not growing your business the way that you want, you are mismanaging your time. You're mismanaging your time.
It was bad. It was hurting me. And there were times where it was. But then there's meeting you. It makes me become proud again about being a strong, incredibly strong woman.
Which I was speaking with a friend the other day about was emotional connection. She wasn't worried about that. She was just training a survivor. She was like, listen, this is how you're gonna go outside and this is what you do. Hugs and kisses, you're not gonna survive the world with hugs and kisses, and you don't need emotion, somebody else can give you that.
I had this conversation with 2 of my women, and it's so beautiful because it just shows the pattern. It's so hard, it's going to take so much time, and they're not good guys. And I said, okay, you look at your business and your career, and they're very successful. And I said, why didn't you quit? Well, I knew it's going to work out, and committed, and I believe in myself, and I know it's available. And I said, so why aren't you using this exact belief in your dating? Why aren't you using it? Silence, right?
I got a cramp. I gotta get up. Unfortunately, and I hate to say this that way, but it's really a trauma response. Most times it's really a trauma response. Like, God bless it to the women that are like, no, I just always saw this for myself.
I went so hard in school. I went so hard in my career because I didn't want to have the same experience as my mom. She did everything she could and I'm so appreciative, but I was like, I cannot be a burden to her. So I have to work so hard. But then when I got in my marriage, that attitude didn't serve me anymore, you know?
Hi, I'm so excited to be here. I mean, what do you say after an introduction like that?
You don't, girl. I'm a hype man. I'm a hype man.
DISC stands for D for dominant, I for influencing, S for stable, and C for compliant. And we're all a variation
of those things,
right? And it tells us what our communication style is, especially when it comes to like working in interactive environments.
The millennial generation is the largest yet, and I kind of identify with this, yet we are the most politically silent.
Look at that.
There we
We've
go.
been in here for 5 minutes and we just made a thing. BI could totally be a new,
Before the internet, correct?
like before internet and after internet, like BI and
AI.
What? Dude, that's what?
So there are reasons that I have heard amongst my friends and others why they don't vote. But why do you think it is that primarily
It's
millennials
intentional.
don't vote?
Well, okay, so we're saying millennials, the age of information, the fact that we have lost all trust in institutions, and you go, why am I going to vote when everything is really already decided? And to an extent, they're right.
We throw around these terms all the time: depression, anxiety, emotion, sadness, mindfulness, but we don't talk about how it affects us or what is happening in our actual brain.
People need to realize that anxiety is completely normal, right? We all go through it. We all have those moments. People certainly feel anxious when they're about to do public speaking, right? That's completely normal. And so when there is a trigger that we can sort of immediately link to the anxiety, we always consider it, oh, that's completely normal. But if we can't see the trigger, or if the anxiety is now having a significant impact on somebody's life, then we say, oh, there's something wrong, right? I always tell people, look, anxiety starts in your brain, but then it goes to your body. It has its manifestations in the body, right? And the reality is that's because your brain controls your body.
What got you aligned to this? Because you and I've had deep conversations around marketing, and we both obsess over the work side of it.
It's really been a journey of self-discovery. I had been kind of a jock my whole life, an athlete, I should say. And so I was very into fitness. I was at my peak physically, and I wanted to explore new realms of development and self-development.
How do you define success, and how often do you see in your clients and the people you work with, how often does that need to change?
You know, the ideas of obituary virtues and resume virtues. So resume virtues, as the name suggests, it's going to be the stuff on your resume. It's going to be the things you've produced, the things you've done throughout your life. And the obituary virtues really speak to the way that you're being, right? Who is around you? How do you make or contribute to the ways that people are experiencing their life? What lights you up? Were you in alignment? What were your values?
And you were the first course. You were the first digital course I ever watched. And I was like, this woman is incredible.
Oh my God.
So to be sitting on the couch with you,
Oh!
I'm having my full circle moment of like interviewing the ultimate entrepreneur.
And I'm sitting upstairs in my office, and the way my desk was set up at that time, it was like a spaceship. And it was like, all right, we're commanding the universe. But fast forward to these months later, and I was like, no, this physical ceiling right here, I already hit it. It's done. Like there's nothing else to do.
And this concept means so many things to me beyond financially wealthy. The version of myself that I have found, that I am growing into being rich in real life, I would not have found her without the ugly invitation of being invited into the most intimate, deepest relationship with myself. Rich in community, rich in connection, rich in network, rich in health, rich in family, rich in opportunity. Welcome to the transition. Welcome to the new podcast. Welcome to the new concept. And welcome to my new life, rich in real life.